May 19th, 2022. Nikocado Avocado's 30th birthday, and the day he promised himself and the world he would quit mukbangs.
I'm not doing this for life. Once I hit 30, I'm done. I believe once you're 30, that's when shit hits the fan.
When I turn 30, we're done mukbangs.
I'm going back to a healthy diet, better exercise, better routine, lifestyle. When you're younger, you get away with it more, but once you get older, it's abuse. Literally, it's abuse to eat all this.
But did Nikocado quit on his birthday? Nope. That day he uploaded a mukbang ironically titled, "I will never stop gaining weight." But if not now, when? In 2020, Nikocado gained roughly 50 pounds. In 2021, 25 pounds. And so far in 2022, he's gained an additional 50 pounds.
403.0 pounds.
At this rate, Nikocado would reach 500 pounds by 2024. With his 30th birthday come and gone, Nikocado is kind of at a fork in the road. If he doesn't change now, when will he? Nick is obviously conflicted. Why else would he not quit on May 19th? Fans say they'd love to see him get healthy, but Nick knows most of his viewers aren't fans. They're haters. They're here to watch someone's downfall, to feel better about themselves, to motivate themselves to not be like him. And without this, they'll leave. It's not an easy choice, but time is up. Nikocado must choose. Will he continue to exchange his health for wealth, or will he choose the redemption arc? Quitting mukbang and pivoting to what would be the most watched weight loss journey in history, but risking it all in the process. And is Nikocado even capable of changing at this point, or is he already too far gone?
Nikocado! We're so worried for you. We're so sorry for you. When are you going to stop? I'm fine. I'll never stop.
What is going to happen to Nikocado Avocado? I don't even want to tell you guys how much Nikocado Avocado content I watched to make this video. And I didn't want anyone else to know either, and that's why I used today's sponsor, NordVPN. NordVPN significantly upgrades your online security and prevents government agencies, marketers, and your internet service provider from snooping on your online activity. Thankfully, no one except for me will know how much Nikocado Avocado I watched. In my opinion, the biggest benefit of NordVPN is that you can access your favorite content from wherever you are in the world. With just a click, you can change your virtual location and unlock content that you otherwise couldn't watch. For me here in Canada, I can never watch Saturday Night Live. I click and I get the dreaded message, "This content is not available in your country." With NordVPN, all you need to do is switch your location to the United States, and bam, I'm in the USA and can watch as much SNL as I want. Once you sign up for NordVPN at nordvpn.com/Kiana, you can access so much more content all over the internet. I don't know if you've ever seen the difference between Canadian and American Netflix, but it's huge. There are just so many more movies and TV shows you have access to with NordVPN. Just click and change your virtual location. With more than 5,200 servers in 59 countries, you can set your online location to just about anywhere you need it to be and watch that blocked content. Another thing I love about NordVPN is the speed. I have a really fast internet connection and there is no noticeable difference when I'm connected to NordVPN. No matter how many tabs of Nikocado I had open and how much Nikocado I downloaded, my connection was fast and there was no buffering at all. Get today's exclusive NordVPN deal at nordvpn.com/Kiana. Get 4 months free on your 2-year plan. It's a great way to support the channel and improve your online experience. Thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring today's video.
My goal, actually, people laugh about it, but it is my goal. Watch, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna do these mukbangs for another year or two, and then I'm gonna lose weight and then do something with weight loss.
Every single day, hundreds of voices from every corner of the internet encourage Nick to quit YouTube.
This man needs to be stopped.
You choose to keep gaining weight. Why? For money.
You should never feel like you have to kill yourself in order to get views.
He's well aware that he is throwing away his health, his well-being, his happiness, for the sake of some YouTube views.
But even if he genuinely wanted to quit for his health, is it really that simple?
I am here to wreck my health.
Nikocado's entire shtick revolves around making fun of his obesity and worsening health. For 2 years, he's been clickbaiting this descent, centering more and more of his content around his extreme and controversial lifestyle decisions.
My spine! This is all crushing my spine!
You're literally going to pass away, and you keep adding to the problem.
People come to watch the train wreck. Would people still watch without it? What about mukbang? Lots of people's favorite genre on YouTube is watching other people eat. If Nick stopped mukbangs and tried something else, he'd immediately lose the percentage of his audience that come only for the food. Not to mention, this niche allows Nikocado to sit down, eat, and upload. every single day. Daily uploads add up fast. Could he really replicate that easy money in any other niche? Plus, mukbangs are Nikocado's most reliable ticket to going viral. He can clickbait the crazy food, the challenges, the weight gain milestones.
I gained 5 pounds, I gained 5 pounds, we gained 5 pounds, we gained 5 pounds.
Plus, think of the windfall created whenever a big creator inevitably decides they must react to the insanity that is Nikocado's life. That's a recurring boost in views, clickable drama, and priceless internet-wide notoriety. Nikocado has mastered the art of enraging the masses for his benefit. The ongoing controversy of his dangerous behavior, weight gain, and over-the-top antics mean constant free publicity. There's no denying that his current strategy is working for him.
Why did you steal my Takis, peasant?
He's the infamous internet character crazy enough to willingly exchange his health for money. And people just can't stop watching. And so far, we're just talking about YouTube ad revenue. What about all his other revenue streams?
Here comes the money. Here comes the money.
In one video, he said he sold 16,000 I identify as skinny t-shirts. That's $480,000 in revenue, and just one of many styles he sells on his site. His OnlyFans, which is apparently extremely successful, leans heavily toward the stuffing/feeder crowd, who would likely not appreciate a much leaner Nikocado. And if he's really in the top 0.14% of OnlyFans creators, he probably makes somewhere close to $50,000 a month on the site. Nikocado is probably making well over $1 million to do what he's doing right now. Whatever you want to say about the guy, he's got a crazy work ethic and is a hustler. We are talking millions of dollars on the line for this guy, which is a massive incentive to keep doing what he's been doing, regardless of the cost to his health. If you found a way to make millions of dollars per year, would you quit? I can already hear people in the comments being like, you couldn't pay me enough to damage my health. And I get it, I do. But lots of us damage our health willingly every single day for free. We'd all like to think that we'd be better than that, but when it came right down to it, a lot of us would take the money. Even some of the people who believe to their core that they would never do that, a percentage of them would also take the money. It's human nature. And it's not even like Nick kind of like set out to be this guy, it just sort of happened. In 2016, Nikocado Avocado stumbled into a new niche on YouTube.
So the idea of mukbang or mukbang is that like you eat with someone else who's lonely. Like I think the idea is like I just eat and I talk to you while I'm eating so that when you're by yourself eating, you can eat with me. So hi, how are you doing? I hope that you are having a good day. Let's begin our dinner date, I guess. I don't know. I don't know who the frick is gonna watch this.
Some people might consider eating on camera for a living a dream job.
I think this is my first cheeseburger in 10 years, yeah. Oh my god.
And Nick had accidentally discovered what would turn out to be an extremely profitable place for himself on YouTube.
How is all of this gonna go into my body? I don't know what I'm saying. I really don't know what I'm saying. Ta-da! It is meal time. It is time to get fat.
By October 2016, he was uploading mukbangs almost every single day. And over the next few years, the mukbang genre would explode in popularity, taking Nick right along with it.
Right now, you're the biggest mukbanger. You have 3 channels that consistently, you said, get over 10 million views a month, basically. Right?
On one of the channels, yeah.
And well, the other one you said gets like 8, 9, 10, the first one.
Yeah.
And the other one gets what, a couple million, you said?
Like 13. Yeah. The third one.
Crowning Nick the King of Mukbang.
If I keep uploading at this rate, we'll be able to get that house we were looking at. Who knows, maybe we can even get matching G-Wagons.
But lately, mukbang just isn't what it used to be. Creators that used to pull in millions of views per video are fading into irrelevance. B Loves Life, a mukbang veteran with 3 million subscribers, gets barely 1/10 of the views she used to. Other big creators in the genre just stopped uploading. Would putting his health on the line really be worth it if the downward trend continues? And is this a signal that it's maybe time to quit?
I'm gonna be 30 next year. Oh my god, Jeepers. I'm gonna be 30! This is my last year of mukbangs. I'm 29 today. When I turn 30, we're done mukbangs. Well, at least the junky ones. It's my birthday, and I'm fat! What is happening to my life? I am eating on camera for a lifestyle!
October 5th is my 6-year streak of doing mukbangs, like, every day or almost every day.
In his most recent videos, Nikocado seems to have lost the passion he once had. I mean, after 6 years and over 200 pounds of weight gain, how could you not lose your passion? No matter how much you enjoy it, eventually, fast food all starts to taste pretty disappointing. And there's something about Nikocado lately that just doesn't feel the same. His videos feel less creative, his energy level's lower, and he often shows up seeming kind of sad. Maybe it's because during an honest-sounding interview posted to James Marriott's channel in 2020, Nick was adamant that he'd never hit the 400-pound milestone.
I wanted to know, what is the reasoning behind 300 pounds? Why is it 300 pounds the benchmark?
Well, 300 because that's the closest thing I'm to. Like, I'm not gonna do 400, that's too far.
Nick has said before that with each increment of weight gain, life gets a little bit worse for him.
Every time you go up another milestone, 300, 310, 320, 330, 340, 350, 360. Every increment, everything becomes harder. You have no more energy. It's harder for you to do everything.
For years, Nick claimed that the day he turned 30, he would stop doing mukbang forever. And on June 26, 2022, 38 days after his 30th birthday, Nikocado suddenly stopped uploading. The internet thought he had finally quit. Yet on August 5th, 2022, he returned. Yay! While so much of Nick's persona is fake, there's one thing that's very real. The daily assault to his body and the 200 pounds of weight gain. He might be in on the joke, but he still has to suffer the consequences.
On a real level, how do you cope with making content that out there and that emotive?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
At the beginning of Nikocado's fame, as he started to get really into the antics that we know him for today, a lot of people were concerned that everything we saw on camera was real. But we all know by now that Nikocado Avocado is somewhat of a character.
I am the villain. I make myself one. And people will consume these stories year after year after year. Stories that are deliberately made to blur the boundaries between fact and fiction.
You learn very quickly on YouTube that negativity, drama, hate pays. And Nikocado isn't afraid to leverage those things against himself to get you to watch.
I'm disabled!
He is uploading a series about why he is currently disabled.
He's bringing disabilities and people with disabilities, disabled people, into his trolling.
He is like now disabled. It is the
Not
difference.
cool.
Yeah, not cool.
Resulting in a sort of online infamy, an anti-fan base built mostly of people who want to watch the train wreck. But here's the thing, as Nikocado continues to up the ante, to behave like this, almost every single day for years, stuffing his face and putting so much emotion into each video, purposely making himself a laughingstock and watching the disdain roll in with each viral stunt and notch on his belt. Even though he's choosing this, he created this clickbait persona, there's no stopping the force of the physical and psychological toll of this job.
It's so fun, but it has consequences that's not really talked about in society. It has consequences to your existence in your head. It alters the way you think and the way you feel.
I already talked about what fast food does to your brain in this video on Nikocado if you haven't seen it yet. And we're really not just talking about the physical effects, it's the psychological effects. A study published in 2019 shows that actors' sense of self are profoundly changed by the characters that they play. Brain scans demonstrate that actors quite literally lose themselves in the characters they play. The lines between truth and fiction become blurry, and chaos on screen can quickly translate to chaos of the mind. That is to say that orchestrated or not, there's not just a physical cost to doing this job, but doing this on the internet for an extended period of time is probably making Nick feel awful. And although people write him off as a moron, he's way more self-aware than people give him credit for, and therefore is probably deeply conflicted about his current employment.
This has been the greatest social experiment I've come to know. I'm really smart. And the funny thing is, no one thinks it.
How long can someone really go knowingly harming themselves before they have to stop?
I mean, you're talking to someone that was a health nut. I was a health nut for years. Was on this path and I just fell off the cliff. So that's what makes my story so much more alarming, funny, interesting, disgusting, whatever you want to call it.
Some people think that Nikocado is a mindless glutton, an idiot, and all that he knows is crap food. The thing is, there is a lot of evidence that Nikocado is extremely health conscious. Oh yeah, you heard me right. I said Nikocado Avocado is health conscious.
Remember, I came to veganism from a health perspective. And also, it was walking a fine line. I'm walking a fine line now with my health, clearly. But I was walking a fine line back then, too, with on the other side, you know. We weren't even adding salt to our food for a period of time. That is dangerous.
Though he doesn't claim to be healthy, Nick has been curious and knowledgeable about health for a long time. If you watch enough of his content, you'll find him trying to mitigate the damage he's causing his body with things like collard greens and berries immediately after or even during filming. He also works with a dietitian.
Aren't you concerned? Aren't you worried? No, I'm not. Because I eat fruits and vegetables and I take extra vitamins. And I have a dietitian who is working with me to make sure everything's good. So mind your business.
Nick is self-aware and insightful, and his brief moments of realness are often endearing and witty. Meaning that Nick is certainly painfully aware of the damage that he's doing his body. The cognitive dissonance must be too real. And he's likely also aware that if he keeps going the way he's going, some of this damage may become irreversible. But there's one way out, the redemption arc. If Nikocado can pull off a 200-pound weight loss journey, he'll become more of an internet legend than he already is, but for the right reasons this time. And while it would certainly be good for his health, it might also be good for his bank account. The content could last for years. You can imagine the endless ups and downs to the story. So many clickbait and troll moments. So much drama that could be stirred up. Sure, he'll lose the feeders, haters, and those who just come for the food. But he would reach new people and find new fans in a bigger niche. And sure, he may lose some OnlyFans revenue, but he'll gain sponsorships and can create products.
I'm very smart. I've outsmarted half you guys before you even born. I'm always 5 steps ahead of you. I know how it's gonna end, start, repeat.
Nikocado has said over and over again that this transformation has been planned since almost the beginning. But here's the thing, you never quite know when he's trolling. Half the time he acts like he's in complete control, 2 steps ahead and can change any day that he wants. But the other half?
I'm on the edge of my weight. It is spiraling out of control. I guess it is food addiction too, but I don't want to admit that. I'm an idiot. I'm addicted to the food, I'm addicted to wasting money, I'm addicted to making money. I am not mentally well. I'm not okay.
I hate being fat. I hate it. I just want to be normal. I want to be able to just be normal.
It's like it's like a smoker. Like, they know they're not supposed to smoke, but they're gonna smoke. Like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, they know, but they're gonna. My health, my weight is spiraling out of control, and I miss being skinny.
Is he addicted to food? Only Nikocado knows which version of events is the truth. And it is a lot harder to lose 200 pounds than it is to gain 200 pounds. And while change is never impossible, there is one huge obstacle Nikocado must overcome.
I know I should be eating better, but I don't want to change right now. I just, you know, and all I need to do is make some little changes to make a difference, but I don't want to change right now.
He has to actually want to change. But if he can conquer that, I think he'd find a way to make his journey to health one of the most watched things on the internet. And most importantly, he can fucking do it. Whatever his faults are, he is clearly a dedicated man and a hustler. Nikocado knows what to do. It's just about taking that leap out of his comfort zone. Leave your comments below. Do you think Nick is about to start his redemption arc era? And if you do think he can do it, maybe leave him a comment encouraging him.